It is yet another season full of festivities. If you are looking for a sumptuous meal to prepare, stay with us till the end. Today we are lucky to be joined by Ivy. Karibu sana Ivy, please tell us more about yourself.
Hi, my name is Ivy Wambui, Hotpot Catering co-founder, and we at Hotpot we are dealing in events, we are dealing in social catering, we are dealing in your small parties at home, with birthdays, baby showers, bridal showers. We're doing it all. We even come to your home and personally cook for you if you're too busy to do it yourself. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Sela, for having me. Thank you, Foods Do for hosting us.
The table is so full and I'm excited to actually know what you're going to prepare for us today. So just take us through your recipe for today.
So today I'll be taking you through the process of preparing chicken biryani. Chicken biryani is a cuisine from different parts of the world where they prepare it differently depending on which country it is from. There's even debates on which country makes it better. Personally, I prefer Swahili biryani. It's simple, the ingredients are very available everywhere, and for everyone who's trying to learn how to do this, this is the easiest for me to make. This is what I started with, and for me it's easier to stick to this.
First of all, just tell us the ingredients that are needed to prepare chicken biryani.
Okay, so chicken biryani involves the rice meal and of course the chicken. Yeah. So for the rice, what we'll have is actually it's just the rice and maybe a bit of color to give it a pop. And then for the chicken, now this is where all the flavors come in. Yeah, this is where the magic happens. Yeah. So we have our onions, the tomatoes, we have the bell peppers, then we have potatoes, which we'll be deep frying as we go. And we have, now when it comes to the spices, there's quite a bit. There's black pepper, there's garam masala, there's actually a biryani masala that comes separately. I'll be adding a twist with a bit of roiko because we're doing chicken, that's chicken roiko. And then a bit of curry powder, which is to add the spice to it because it's a bit hot. This particular they make it a bit hot, so it's perfect for the biryani, and tomato paste for the color and for the pop. Oh, sorry, we also have our soy sauce, yeah, for the color and the taste. I love soy sauce.
What's the first step in making biryani? Okay,
so I'd like to start with the onions. We caramelize them, we fry them a little in oil.
Caramel.
Well, it's just a fancy term for making them a little brown and a bit crispy, okay, but not too fried so that it doesn't make the biryani bitter. And then after that, we deep fry the potatoes. So we'll just start with the onions first, and then we go from there. So we're going to pour in a bit of our oil. So we throw in the onions. Wait for it to get hot. While that is going on, then I can also be preparing the rice so that they're going at the same time.
So apart from chicken, what else? What other biryani do you have?
The options are endless. So we have goat biryani, we can have beef, we can have mutton, but my personal favorite is the chicken. First of all, it's so much easier to prepare. You don't have to tenderize the meat. Chicken is tender as long as it's a broiler. Chicken is tender, and the flavor, it's chicken, of course. The flavor is so much more. So we can. I think the oil is hot now. We can put in the onions. Now the reason we are frying this, it gives the biryani a really good color when it's nice and brown, and also the flavor in the deep fried one. Have you tried to chew on onions that you've just fried? They give it so much flavor. It makes a lot of difference having this fried first.
It has to cook for about, they have to brown.
Yes, they need to brown and become a bit crisp. But don't take it overboard, because now then the biryani becomes bitter. Yeah, yes. So while that is going, then we can be doing our rice. Yeah. So when you're doing rice, regular rice, even it doesn't have to be a part of biryani. You do 2 parts of water and 1 part of rice, right? Usually, I don't wait for the water to boil. I just throw the rice in and have them go on at the same time.
Because it's been like a culture, people, we have to wait for water to boil.
Yeah, you don't,
Is
it's
there
not
any difference?
necessary. Not really.
For
You actually
real?
save on gas if you do it this
It's
way.
still going to cook.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just a little bit of oil, not too much. So while that is going, I need to grate the ginger and the garlic. This one comes in when we are making the actual chicken. Yeah.
So maybe I'll check there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So while some people prefer to pound the ginger and garlic, I feel like it's so much work. So I just prefer to grate, and it does it for me. So the ginger and garlic, aside from the burst of flavor it gives, there's so much health benefits that comes with it. Apparently garlic is good for the heart. So there you go.
How long have you been doing this, Ivy? You make it look so easy.
Oh, really? I honestly, I am actually a banker by profession. Yeah.
Again.
I know, right? So I don't know. I love to talk about food. I love to eat. So consequently, I love to cook. Cause yeah. So I have cooked for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
But I started.
Passion, eh?
Yes, it's something I really love to do. And I have done it for a while with friends and family. So we're doing small parties and events. And then I decided, well, this could be a thing. It could actually go commercial. That's when Hot Pot was born.
Oh, wow. So you've never really practiced what you studied in school?
I have worked in banks. And it's not nearly as interesting as this, trust me. Yeah, so that is a good crisp. I think we can lower the heat a bit so they don't continue to.
So once our onions are done, we deep fry the potatoes.
Yes, we could use the same oil, but would have to add a bit.
Do we need to marinate the potatoes?
No, now, sorry, I forgot to mention that. These are pre-boiled potatoes.
Okay.
I boil them in a bit of salt and turmeric. The turmeric is for color and the flavor and the health benefits that it has for you. So turmeric is good for your skin. Turmeric helps due to the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. It helps with acne, and it helps you so that you do not age fast. It has anti-aging properties, I would say. Yeah. So we don't want to deep fry them for too long.
Okay.
It's just to give it that crisp
Till
layer.
it browns or?
It won't
The
really
crispy-
brown because of the
okay.
yellow, but yeah, until it becomes sort of crispy. Also, you don't want to boil them. When you're boiling, don't boil them too long. They don't have to cook all the way through.
Okay, they should be pre-cooked.
Yeah, just boil them a bit so that they. If you boil them too much when you mix it with the biryani, then it becomes a mash.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't want that to happen. So we use the same oil because then the potatoes get a tinge of onion taste, which it makes it great.
Is it the potatoes? Is it optional or it's something you have? This is just your taste.
And now you'd be surprised the varieties of biryani that's there. Some people even add boiled eggs. Yeah. So I wouldn't exactly call it a preference. This is sort of the way I learned to do it. Yeah.
I've even heard of popo.
Yes. Now.
Biryani.
Yes. Now I think popo, you use it mainly when you want to tenderize the meat. Like I had mentioned, now chicken is already tender. So if you're doing, say, beef can be tough sometimes. You use raw popo, and it has to be raw, not the...
Or not the ripe one.
Yeah, it's raw popo. So you either marinate it and let it...
That's a tip.
Yes,
Raw popo.
yes, use raw popo. You grate it or blend it, but grating is easier. So that now you can leave it overnight in the meat, and then you find it's so much tender. The popo helps to break down the fibers in the tough meat, yeah. So we'll cover our rice. It continues to cook. Now, before we do that, at this point, this is where the color comes in for the rice. So if you've seen from biryani, the rice usually has different, it sort of looks like it has different colors. So usually you put it on the side. If you could see, we put it on the side of the yes, don't put it everywhere, just on the side. And okay, you'll see the magic, it works after the rice is ready. So it's just a little bit on the side. Then it will all mix in and give the biryani different colors.
You don't have to mix it. I mean,
later when the rice is ready,
Okay.
you mix it, then the biryani will have, the rice has different colors.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just a play on the eye, because when something is more colorful, it looks like it's yummier, you know? Yeah. So our potatoes are doing okay. I'll just turn them.
Is there a specific rice that we use for biryani?
I think just good rice. I prefer pishori. Pishori has great taste and great smell too. The next step will be now to start preparing our chicken. Yeah.
But the,
Now,
the ingredients, there's so many.
They seem like many, and you know, there's this myth where people think that having too many spices is not good for you. My mom always said that food should never be naked. It should always have color, and the more the spices, the better. My mom loves spices, and that's where I think I got it all from. So we have the ones that come from seeds, and there's the ones that come from the bark, and some are root. You see, it's all plant-based, it's just that it's ground for ease of use.
Maybe if I can ask you this, what's the difference between pilau and biryani? Biryani now without the chicken, just biryani. Is there any difference?
Yeah, you cannot take the chicken out of the biryani.
Oh, you cannot take the chicken?
Yeah, the
There
chicken is
has
the
to be
biryani. The chicken,
either
it's not
chicken-
the rice. I think that's one
Oh,
of
it's
the.
not the rice.
Yeah, it's not the rice.
I was
It's the
wrong
whole.
again.
It's a package.
It's a package.
It's a package. Yeah, that's the difference. So it's really essentially it's not the same. Pilau does not have stew. You see? Yeah. And biryani comes with a stew. The chicken makes the stew.
There's makatamu.
You want to start now? Usually, I think the most tedious part with biryani is the food prep, the prep before you start to cook. Everything. Then after that, after you're done, then it's easy. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah. So we'll check on our rice. Should be good by now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice and fluffy, as you can see. The grains are individual, so yeah, that's good. So we'll just put that off. Then we can go on with the chicken. I'll leave this a bit open, as you can see, so that it doesn't continue to cook too much.
How does one make sure that you don't put the spices in excess?
So as a trick, I do 1 clove of garlic per person, but this is it's not specific to every meal. Every meal depends, because if you're just doing a regular stew, then maybe that would be too much. And also preference for the people that you're making the meal for, you see. So some people like a lot of garlic, some people think that there's nothing like too much garlic, and some people don't like it that much, so it all depends. But I think as a rule, then 1 clove for the biryani, 1 clove per person that you're cooking for. Yeah. So now we can go on with the chicken. Let's put that on. So here we just do the ginger and the garlic mix. Yeah. So we don't use onion at this point. The onion comes in later.
The ones we use?
Yeah, it comes in a bit later. So here we're just stirring through the ginger and garlic until it cooks through, and then we can continue. At this point, so it doesn't need, ginger or garlic doesn't need too long to cook. Just keep stirring so that it doesn't burn. I like to add soy sauce. It's not, this is just a preference. I could have soy sauce in anything and everything. So yeah, for me, this is just a preference. It makes the color so much richer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so. before we go ahead. Then now we can start throwing in our spices. I need a paste of the tomatoes and the hoho, yeah. Then you'll want to blend on the lowest speed or strength so that it doesn't become too fine. Yeah. So we'll do like about a tablespoon of the tomato paste. This is about a teaspoon, give or take, of the curry powder. So you can stir that in first. A little bit of Royco, say about another teaspoon. Sorry, I'm using a fork. And then now we have the biryani spice. So now here, you can substitute this for pilau masala or garam masala. It works the same. And here you can go crazy. You put as much as you'd like, as much as your taste buds feel like having. I will throw in the chicken now. So now we go back to our rice. Remember we had put a bit of color. So what we're going to do now is mix it up. What would make it even better is if you marinated this chicken. Yeah, if you had it, say overnight, even 2 nights if you wish. So you can marinate it in the ginger and garlic and maybe mala.
I wanted to
mix it all up. Yeah.
Mala and biryani.
What's the connection?
The sour milk, huh?
Yes. Now mala is the sour milk.
What's the connection?
Now mala, sour milk acts as a liquid for biryani. We don't use water. So sour milk is the liquid and it gives it the sour flavor. Yeah, it adds to the biryani. Yeah.
Can I use yogurt?
Yes, you can. Just make sure it's the plain yogurt.
Oh, the plain yogurt.
Yes,
not the
yes.
sweet yogurt.
Yeah, do not. Someone once said don't make it black forest biryani. Don't make it strawberry biryani. It doesn't make sense. So just make sure it doesn't. Don't add sugar. Don't add. So make sure it's just a plain yogurt. At this point, we could add our mix from the blender. Yeah. Yeah, we could add the mix from the blender.
The potatoes, where do they come in?
This one's coming last together with the onion because they're sort of cooked already.
And the mala?
Yes, it will also come in after this mix.
Okay.
This one needs to cook a little bit so that the tomatoes and the bell peppers cook a bit, and then now we can add them on.
Would you go back to banking?
Wow. I don't know. No, I actually don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. It's too much of a routine. Whereas cooking offers me different experiences, different clients. I get to meet all sorts of people. I get to try all sorts of meals, you know. So I don't think I would go back. I actually really like doing this. Yeah. So you see what the spices do? They give it that color, including the soy sauce, that brown color. And then now we can add in our mala. So we'll just check on the chicken. It should be good by now. Then we can add in the potatoes and the onions. There we go. Give it about 5 more minutes and it will be ready. Because we don't want then the potatoes to become soggy. So finally, our weighted meal is ready.
Finally.
Yes. So now we're going to serve it and enjoy.
Okay.
So we're going to lay the rice first and then the rojo comes after.
Apparently there are people who mix it.
Yeah. So some people mix it when it's still cooking.
Okay.
After this is ready, then you layer it. You put a layer of rice, then a layer of chicken, and another of rice, like that, until it's over.
Add the rice. It's nice, awesome. I mean, it's very nice, by the way. And if this is a way of making biryani chicken, I'll be your guest.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you loved it.
And I'm sure people would want to really know how they can find you. Yeah.
So we are on Instagram, hotpot_catering. Facebook is hotpot deliveries. And through Foods 254, you can also reach us. She has our contacts, and like and subscribe, and yeah.
This has been an educative moment on Foods 254, and we are glad that Ivy joined us and taught us this new recipe. As always, please subscribe, like, and share. That's it for today's show. See you next time.